What's up, everybody? I want to talk about gratitude. When, when coming up, I don't know, I was having ideas about, ideas was just coming to me about what to talk about. And when I had the idea, I'm going to go this way. When I had the idea, let's see what's over here, to talk about gratitude, the thought that came to mind is if your life sucks, it's because you're ungrateful, right? And you know what? When I first, had that thought, I thought that was pretty funny. If your life sucks, it's because you're ungrateful. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized how true that is. Let's think about that for a second. If you feel like your life sucks, it's because you're ungrateful. So what do I mean by that? Let me explain that. Your life, okay, if you feel like your life sucks, it's muddy over here. If you feel like your life sucks, your life doesn't suck. That's just your perspective on it, right? At the exact same time you feel like your life sucks, you could change your perspective, and without anything else changing but your perspective, but your view on your life, you could feel like your life is awesome. You could feel like your life is amazing and incredible, just with a shift in your perspective. And it is really muddy over here. And shifting your perspective is all about gratitude. If there are other ways to shift your perspective in the context in which I'm talking about, how you're viewing your life, then I don't know what it is. There may be other ways, but I don't know what they may be. Gratitude is definitely a super powerful way to change your perspective. And as related to what I'm talking about here, if you feel like your life sucks, you know why that is? It's because of what you're thinking about and what you're focusing on. You're not thinking about or focusing on the good things about your life. You're thinking about and focusing on the things about your life that you don't like, that you want to change. And so that's why you feel your life sucks. But if you were to, it gets muddier and muddier. If you were to begin thinking about all the good things about your life, right? Sheesh. Man, if you were to start thinking about everything about your life that you like, everything about your life that you consider good, then you would feel differently about your life, and you would come to realize that your life doesn't suck. you have maybe, this one particular event in your life, or this one particular situation in your life that sucks. Or it could be two situations in your life that sucks, or three, right? But what is that compared to everything about your life that doesn't suck? This, I think I'm on a horse trail, right? What is there about your life that doesn't suck? What is there about your life that you like? And if you were to write down everything about your life that you felt sucked, and if you were to write down everything about your life that you were thankful for, um, things that you liked about your life, look at this, man. This is where it's hard to see in there, but there's nothing but mud. I'm gonna have to turn around. But yeah, if you were to do that little exercise and you were able to identify all of the good things about your life, because I say that because surprisingly, a lot of times people, just from my experience and, from talking to people, and, they're telling me about their problems and everything, and, why their life sucks and blah, blah, blah. And then I'll say, well, what's good about your life? What do you like about your life? What are you know, and they struggle to name anything, like to name one thing they struggle, right? That's how focused they are on what they don't like. So if you were able to identify everything that was good about your life, then, one, the good would outweigh the bad by like leaps and bounds. Like there would be no comparison, right? And then you'd see, like, you couldn't help but see, okay, look, okay, all right, my life don't suck. I actually have a pretty good life. My life is pretty great. Okay, you made your point. Okay, just, I got a couple areas that I wish were different. This one thing here sucks, or, blah, 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 right? So it's really all about perspective. And, this for me, hey, I've been there, so, I feel it. I could definitely relate. And this is why I practice gratitude so much. I'm practicing gratitude every day, throughout the day, because really, when it comes down to it, this is how I feel. I'm in a war. And the war is all about gaining control of the mind, right? And if you're trying to live, it's like this world is not really, doesn't seem to be set up for you to be positive and be happy. Like it really takes effort. It takes work. It takes a lot of work. And it takes work every day and effort every day just to be happy. Just to be happy is crazy, but things. Oh, I just saw a blue jay, y'all. That thing was so pretty. But yeah, just to be happy. Like, things are not gonna make you happy. Money is not gonna make you happy, right? If you're happy already, things and money can add to your happiness. But if you're miserable and you get some money and you acquire some material things, that money and those material things, whatever it is not gonna make you happy. Right? You'll just be a miserable person with money and some nice things. And you know what? You won't even be able to enjoy what you have because you're miserable. Happiness it truly is. It's an inside job. And it is a war. I mean, that's how I feel about it, And so one of the greatest, most powerful weapons in this war is gratitude. And if you get into the habit, okay, look, let me go here first. Like, I remember when I first started learning about gratitude, right? And man, I struggled. Like, I could not find anything to be thankful for. Like, it would really take a long time just to come up with one thing. Which is funny, but it's true. Right? It would take forever, it seemed, just to come up with one thing. And so, I didn't have anybody helping me either, And so, I would think of one thing, and then the more I thought, I would think of something else. And, over time, like now, it's effortless because, gratitude is not something I do necessarily to fight the war of, being happy and things. It's now it's a lifestyle because I just realized how important it is to focus on things that you're grateful for instead of things that you don't like about your life, right? So whatever you focus on grows. Okay, so if you focus on things about your life that you don't like, things about your life that you feel suck, then that's going to grow. That energy is going to grow. And if you focus on things about your life that you're grateful for, things that you love about your life, right? Then that's going to grow. That energy is going to grow. Whatever you focus your energy on is going to grow. And so, you focus on things about your life that you feel like suck and that you don't like, then, that energy is going to immediately be multiplied in your mood, in your attitude, right? You're going to be angry or depressed, miserable, frustrated, annoyed, yada, yada, yada. And the more you think about those types of things, the more angry you'll be, the more depressed you're going to be, the more frustrated you're going to be, the more annoyed you're going to be, the more miserable you're going to be. And it's just going to grow and grow and grow. And I mean, the ultimate, I guess, extreme end of those things could be suicide. When people kill themselves, it's not because they're so happy they can't take it anymore. It's because they're so miserable they can't take it anymore. And a lot of times people that commit suicide have amazing lives, but they're not focused on that. They're not thinking about that. They're focused on something else. They're focused on, It's just a negative energy that they're focused on. Um, Whatever, like things about their lives that they don't like, you know. And flip side of that is if you focus on the things about your life that you do like, if you focus on the things about your life that you love, the things about your life that make your life great, then that energy is gonna be multiplied as well. And so you'll notice, you're feeling happy, right? And joyful. You're calm, you have peace, and the more you think on those things, then the more your happiness is going to grow, the more your peace is going to grow. There may even be like some excitement in there, like whatever, but the more those energies will grow. So what you focus on is super important. And just with a shift of perspective, you can literally change your life, right? Because the fact of the matter is, at any given time, there is always much more good in your life than what, we may consider bad. I had to get the quotation marks in there, bad or negative. The good always. Ooh-wee. I don't think I'm going through there. Super muddy over there.
Oh. Hey, do you know how to get down there?
I don't.
No?
Nope. I've never been over here before. But yep. Shoot. I forgot what I was saying. Okay. Since I don't remember what I was saying, let me go this way now, because this is something that I did want to talk about. When, say, trying to, express gratitude, be grateful and stuff like that, here's something that I learned that really helps me a lot. And if I'd have took this, if I'd have viewed it from this perspective, or like took this approach in the beginning of me learning how to be grateful and everything, because I used to be super pessimistic. I used to be, I feel like there was nobody in the world more negative to me, and my life wasn't horrible either, but I felt like it was, and I was suicidal like every week, man. Like I don't think there was a week that went by that I didn't think about killing myself. But look, take this perspective, especially, I use it, and I don't feel like I have issues with being grateful now. So if you do, it'll help out a lot. If you don't, it still helps out a lot. But take a moment to think about all the problems that you don't have, right? And if you look at things from that angle, man, that is super helpful. That is super helpful. Think about all the problems that you don't have, and another thing, well, in thinking about the problems that you don't have, that other people do have, it'll kind of help you to realize how much you take for granted. Because when you start feeling like your life sucks, it's because you're being ungrateful, and that's because you're taking a lot of stuff for granted, right? And that's another part of this war. Like, you have to make conscious efforts to just appreciate the good that's in your life, because we take so much for granted. And a lot of that is, we just become comfortable and familiar with having certain things. But you know things that we take for granted, a lot of people are praying for it. you know look, check this out. Like, things like having a place to stay. Not many homeless people there are in the world. Things like being able to, you know, just take your dirty clothes and go in your basement or wherever your washing machine is at, your washer and dryer, and wash clothes and then put them in the dryer. Things like being able to go to your refrigerator, like being hungry and being able to go to the refrigerator and pulling out whatever you want to eat and eating. Right? You know how many people in this world are hungry? How many people don't have stoves and refrigerators or shelter? Like, being able to get up out the bed and go use the bathroom with no problems. Being able to walk, being able to see, being able to hear, being able to talk, being able to move, being able to go to that job that you hate so much and work and earn a living. Check this out, y'all. That's beautiful down there, ain't it? But there are literally, like, the things you could be thankful for, the number of things you could be thankful for is, you can't even put a number on it. Like, I don't even think you could number it for real. Like, honestly, it's just, we take so much for granted, because unfortunately, a lot of times we don't really appreciate stuff until we lose it. But again, the things that, the good things in our lives that we take for granted, there's people all over the world praying for those same things. Those things that I just mentioned. Just being able to go outside. Being able to go to the park and just walk through the horse trail in the mud and, stand by the... Better be careful right there, bro. He about to try to hike down that hill. That's insane. But yeah, things like, being able to go to the park and, for me to be able to see like this beautiful view, and to see a sunset, a sunrise, to see colors. For me to be able to go to the refrigerator and get something to eat or cook something on the stove or go in the basement and wash clothes and work out. Like, I love working out. I love doing yoga. All these things, man.
That's pretty amazing.
It is. Like, the number of your blessings are just, it's countless. You can't even put a number on it. And so then you compare that with, the one or two or three things going on in your life that you don't like. Hey, it's no comparison.
There's some stuff to grab on.
So that's it for this video. I'm about to wrap this up, but yeah, if you feel like your life sucks, it's because you're ungrateful, right, for all the good that's in your life. And that could be because you just can't recognize it, or you don't recognize it, or you just take a lot of stuff for granted. So you can immediately improve the quality of your life just by becoming grateful and recognizing how great your life really is, and just really realizing how many problems that you could have that you don't have. All right, All right, y'all. So this is Kev, your life coach. Hey, show me some love. You know, talk to me. Drop a comment, like and share and subscribe, and you know, um, help us gain some exposure because we trying to change the world one person at a time. It's Kev, your life coach, and I'm out.